Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to discuss my own personal shares of TSLY and whether or not they're at break even after about 2 years of ownership. So let's dive right into it. We're going to go over this spreadsheet over here. And these are the number of TSLY shares that I bought in increments. I started buying in April of 2023, paid a price of $14.92. This was before the reverse split. We have all of this cash dividends into those. So I bought an uneven number. And then as it dropped, I bought a big chunk in late 2023, bought some more. Then I pulled the plug and decided not to buy any more shares until this last November when Tesla started going up again. So I bought in, sold 100 shares back, and then bought basically this much more. So my total amount invested is just shy of $80,000. In total, I had about 4,881 shares, which the average price I paid was about $14.61. Post split, the math I did here was $3,008.35 times the original price I paid was this amount. So the reverse split took my shares down to about 2,440. The bottom line I came up with, if I take cell C13 and subtract it from C16, C16 is going to be the amount I've made in dividends. Let's go over this real quick. So here's where things can be misleading because Schwab, my broker, tells me that it's like 48,890, but it's not taking into account all of these batches of shares or these tranches of shares that I bought. The average price here was 1630, adjusted for reverse split. It's actually understated by 27,313. I did some math over here that I'll show you in a second, but these are the batches of dividends I've got here. These are the dividend payments. So I've made like $51,663 in dividends. So if I add the dividend amount to what it's currently worth, which I probably need to adjust this again, it was worth about 25,000. So that adds up to about 76,713. So the net that I'm down, even after all dividends paid, I'm still down like $2,700. So this amount here, if I take number of shares, let me do this over here since I'm on StreamYard. Let me just capture my Schwab account. So I've showed the post-split number of shares. And we're just going to readjust here just in case I was understating. So let's do this. Where are we? So my shares of TSLY, I have 3,000. Because remember, I bought down here, I said 2440. So I bought 560 more to give me a total of 3,000. So as of today, it's worth 25,020. And my cost basis is showing at 48,890. It's not taking into account the original before the reverse split. So this is funny because this is about the same as this was when I did these numbers. So it's really 25,020. Let's see, A16 times B16. So the current share price is somewhere close to here. Let's see here. Current share price is, where's my Schwab account? Over here. Okay. So it's about $8.34. So it's 1 cent off. So we'll just leave it there. I guess we'll change it. 8.34. There we go. Okay. So that means our number, it's 27.88. Now, if this got to, say it increased to like 8.50, each incremental increase brings me closer to break even. At a price of 8.75, I'm only down 1,558. at a price of say $8.95, I'm only down $958. So what's my actual break even point? So say 925, then I'm only down $58. Say $9.28, then I'm up $31. So if TSLY could just go up like another dollar a share, I would actually be at break even, and I would strongly consider selling. Now, if we were to get back to say $15 a share, then I would be at a gain of like 17,000. See? But we're not there. So the post split, to bring me back to the 48,000 that it was saying, I'd have to be at like a price of like 16. Yeah, that would bring me to 48,000. So you see here, so what I did to bring my shares to 3,000, I bought basically 660, subtract 100 that I sold, and then that brought me to 3,000. So I have 3,000 total shares of TSLY. So keep in mind, your broker might understate your cost basis because of reverse splitting. And it definitely did that in my brokerage account. Let me see something here. Market value. My other trades are looking really good, actually. I guess we can go over this here. So my trades in NVDL at $60 and $80 strikes, I'm up 18,500 in one trade and 9,500 in another. So that's like 28,000. If I were to cash these out now, that's like 28,000. So I could, if I wanted to pad my stats, I could raise my net realized gain for the year to like 100,000. Whereas I'm at like, what am I at? Like 70,000. If I was to cash all of that in, I'd be at like 100,000 right now. Let's see, 78, 88. It would be 96,000 or so. Anyway, all in all, not too shabby. I have these shares in the Roth too. I only base this on the brokerage. So this is just the Roth. Keep that in mind. Where's my... Oh, we got one whole viewer on. Okay. Anyway, comment away if you so choose. Let's see here. Let me look at my Roth IRA. So in the Roth, I have TSLY as well. So I've got 1,000 shares of TSLY. It's down 69%. Cost basis 26,880. It's saying gain loss 18,540. Market value 83.40. So interesting. I've only currently got one option position open. That's on NVDL. That's going to get called away this Friday. And then let's see what else I got. Oh, AT&T is going to get called away as well. And then High Tide, that's going to be July 18th. Go back over here for a second. Okay. So let's see what else I have. There's another call option. I have some High Tide calls. ANIP. I've got to sell these. These are unfortunately at a loss. That's going to reduce my gains for the year, but I'll be making up for it soon. MSTU, I've got calls and puts open. At SMCX, I've got calls open, making a nice gain on those so far. I only need it to get up to $10 a share. I only need the price of SMCX to increase $10 a share to be in the money on my puts. And then let's see here. NVDL, I needed to get to 60 for one batch to be in the money. And then I needed to get to 80 for the other batch to be in the money. And these will be some big premiums collected. So, but as far as TSLY, like I say, I'm almost at the break-even point. These are all the dividends that I've made. So you could say they're just giving you your money back. Here's an interesting opportunity cost I want to go over. If I had bought the same amount that I bought in TSLY over here, if I had put the same amount into NVDL, it would have gotten me, instead of this number of shares, this is the post-split adjusted price, I calculated 3509. If I had gotten NVDL at the same time, instead of having this amount of money left and holding the bag on a loss, I would have like 1.74 million. So see, the opportunity cost there is pretty high. Let me make this back at the price that it was at. So I'm going to consider, by the way, before the end of the year, I'm going to consider dumping off TSLY because I'm making up for it in the options. So if I dump it off, I'll just absorb the loss, I guess. But we'll see where it gets to. But anyway, folks, well, that's going to do it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and join Discord, and we will see you all in the next one. Take care. Have a great night. Bye.